Okay, so real quick, now that I've run my dailies, I know I've been a little behind on our other account. I did actually have a video the other day after I was released from the hospital from a minor heart attack incident. I've been doing some catching up lately. I believe the guild was supposed to have started an event, and we might be a day late. There's also another stream of something coming up. Now, this is a HOTH territory battles. This is actually much easier than what we did with Geonosis. So, I'm going to run through here on the special mission and run the battle. We are in the first wave, so it should be relatively easy. Really, the entire territory battle is easy overall compared to Geonosis. This is by far probably one of the easiest. But we're in the first territory phase, so it's definitely the easiest. There's no reason why the whole guild can't, our whole guild can't get through this. 3-star in it. So, she's gonna run through it. with the Imperial probe droids, they will fly up at you and then explode themselves on you. So if your characters are relatively weak, probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and destroy those first before they risk doing your squad damage if you have a weaker squad. Okay, so now here is a new feature. It's called Conquest. It's in the same holotable as War. You go in. Last time I attempted normal, it was I'm calibrated for it, but not strong enough to see myself all the way through. So I'm gonna go back to easy mode just so I have it a little bit easier to approach to show y'all. That's one reason why in the previous videos, if you saw me, the Conquest opened up. Why I wasn't putting focus on it. I didn't really have much I could show y'all. Because while I was calibrated for it, I just needed to strengthen my characters a little more. So, here are a variety of different quest challenges you have to go after. Win 7 battles with full squad of pirates. My pirates are still relatively weak, I'm going to admit that. Gain foresight 75 times. You can look up online to find out what is a foresight. Now, foresight is a form of force ability. Luke and Anakin and Leia are known for foresight in the books. As far as on the game, because it's based off of Disney, I guess we'll have to find out. I don't think Old Ben ever had foresight abilities. Not in the books, at least. Yoda did. So, and those characters I have, they are leveled up pretty hard. Win 7 battles with HOTH Venturous, Dark Disciple in your squad. I'd have to look to see which HOTH I have, because I know I have 2 of them. Inflict Purge 75 times. So there's a variety. Inflict Tenacity down 25 times. So if some of these attack abilities are confusing, kind of like with mods, have been known to do to us. Just simply look it up. Oops. Alright, so commit. And you start with sector 1. You go into it. Now, you have the overall quest challenges for the conquest quest, if you want to say it that way. But in each sector, there's also quest challenges, even with them. So, win 5 battles with Captain Silvo and Vane surviving. Attempt to inflict buff disruption 10 times. So I'm gonna have to look that up because I'm not entirely certain what that means. Take 10 bonus turns. Now Darth Vader does bonus turns. So I did say a full squad of pirates. I would not be smart to go in with a full squad of pirates, more than likely. I can give it a shot. So when you get started, you get these little data discs. They add to the attributes of your characters when they're in battle. There are some data discs you want to watch out for. There's one in particular that literally stalls out your opponents from ever being weakened in a fight. So watch out for that data disc. If I come across it to see what it's called, I will point it out. Because there is one data disc I highly do not recommend ever applying. So you want 3-star victories. You want to get key cards as well. What are the objectives for your key cards? Well, basically in this case it's going to be to get 3-star victories. You can get the key cards from your feats, your quest feats, your overall conquest feats, and also about midway through the sector you get a sub-boss to fight, or a sub-boss battle, if you want to call it that. And then the final battle. About midway in the final battles of each sector, there's additional objectives to getting the key cards. So we're going to run through this. Darth Vader is known for taking bonus turns when you have him really geared up, or his abilities leveled up. Work your way down the line. I like to go down the gold line, just because that kind of tells me that's probably worth more value than the plain line. It probably is harder battles, possibly, but if you want to know if you're good for the normal tier of conquest, the next time it comes up, challenge yourself through the gold. Okay, I was seeing that wrong, and then he finally went down at the end. What I was gonna do, because of what I was suspicious was happening, I wanted to take this off. Because there is a data disk that you really don't want on you guys, and I thought maybe that might have been it. But right as I was forfeiting, I saw him go down. Bad timing on that. I should have held out a little longer. I still don't trust the plane level data disk, and you'll see what I mean as we go further along. If you've noticed, as you continue going on, your character's health abilities to be able to stay in the conquest does go down. Not in the battles. If you look back, you can rewind a little, you can see as I was loading up my squad, they're not fully at 100% capacity on their health for some reason. It's just part of what goes with Conquest. When I said I don't like the normal level uh, data cards, okay, as you can see, there is a rarity dot on each of them. Plus, it's either the plain colored or you get the green tiered ones or blue tiered ones or purple tiered data cards. Now, what I'm seeing, it looks to me, I think I'll go with Desolation. Try to make sense of what it was saying there. But I'm also trying to be cautious and not wasting a buying on a data card. Because I know, like I said, I'm trying to remember the title to the one of them. Because one of them literally is probably the most hindering data cards ever to have. It really does not help with anything at all in a battle. Now that we have the partners in plunder feat completed, we don't have to worry about the pirates. And honestly, I wouldn't trust myself in being able to get the overall conquest achievement for full squad pirates in any of these battles until I got them leveled up, powered up. And honestly, I have to be honest with myself. They're not. So I'm going to continue on, but I'm going to remove my 2 pirates and put someone stronger in place. Let's see where we're at with that such venturous disciple. But that was one of the main conquest feats. Specifically was to get my bonus turns out of the way. Let's see what it did for us. I just need one more. I will need to figure out what inflict buff disruption is. As soon as I find out what that is, I will come back in here and I will make it happen. Here comes another feature. We go into here. We want something that gives us health. We want something that gives or helps with our overcharge health med pack. As you see, my Darth Vader going into a battle is actually weakening, despite what he looks like inside the battle. Reflexive barrier tech. And we're going to go into here now. There are 4 key cards to obtain in this. And the objective, win with Zuckuss in your squad. Okay, so we need to throw Zuckuss in here. Somewhere in here we need to throw Zuckuss. I want to look at Darth Vader. I want to go to add more. I want to select one of the health pieces here. I'm also going to, no, I'm not going to waste money on any of that stuff. But throw some of that health on there and it boosts your character up a little bit more for the health they might be lacking. Now, it said Zuckuss. Zuckuss is a bounty hunter. You can read the books, Tales of the Bounty Hunter. You can read the Mandalorian Armor book trilogy, and you get to learn some stuff about Zuckuss. He's actually partnered with the bounty hunter droid Zero. Zero actually belongs to Zuckuss, which is what made the interaction with Zero in the Mandalorian Armor, or in the Mandalorian first season show, the run-in with Zero, a little weird, because Zero belongs to Zuckuss. Now, again, Disney screwed up with the Book of Boba Fett and a little bit of the Mandalorian armor, or the Mandalorian. I'm getting tongue-tied because I'm still old school minded. The Mandalorian TV show, just a tad bit when it comes to him messing with the guild a little, because that was actually very Mandalorian armor book trilogy event. Zuckuss and Zero were among some of the ones that Boba Fett fights in the Mandalorian armor book trilogy. It's similar to running like battle tiers, but at the same time, it's also not great. Nothing special here. You still have to select one just to get through, but you don't have to apply it. Because right now they're offering us crap data discs. with the Tuscan Shaman. On this squad, they got Zuckers and Zero teamed up. Aurora Singh. I'm surprised they don't have her teamed up with Dengar or Boba. But that would be based on the George Lucas era books that she would team up with either her boyfriend Dengar or her longtime friend Boba. See, we can see this, the rest of this sector tear through. If your concern is losing access to some of your best characters in the Conquest, do not worry about it, for one. Two, they do regenerate from day to day. Will they be fully regenerated? Maybe not. Maybe not always entirely. But look at how much time you have to work on Conquest. They give you about a good couple weeks worth almost. So we got plenty of time to work on this, and we can backtrack anytime. I'm not going to worry about running all the sectors all in one day. For one, I couldn't afford to do that. Two, because there's certain battle abilities that you and I have to self-educate myself on to backtrack for later, that's going to be another factor that gets played in. If I want to get as many of the keycard feats as possible, those keycards go towards purchases in the store, if you noticed. Kind of like that little health that I got for Darth Vader earlier. Stuff like that. There's also some characters you can also buy, but they are incredibly expensive, so you'd have to really be racking them up. You'd have to be really farming on them, not spending them on anything minor. So allowing your characters to regenerate from day to day plays in your favor in saving those key cards. I'll admit I have not put a whole lot of focus on my Tusken Raiders. They're one in my squad. That's a Tusken Raider. Win was only last side character, so that means we're going to be doing this battle 2 times. Because the Tusken Raiders are not considered light side characters.